Hello, and thank you for listening to the first episode of Nerdtime with Bradley and Spencer. I'm Bradley William Smith, and as my name may suggest, I'm one of the hosts of Nerdtime. On today's episode, Spencer and I had the pleasure of chatting with voice actor Jarrod Greene. Jarrod's roles include Cobra in Fairy Tail and Argo Tsukishima in Guilty Crown. One of Jarrod's most recent roles was for the new anime Ultimate Otaku Teacher, which is one that I'm actually looking forward to a lot. We actually recorded this episode at a convention, so apologies if the recording quality is not particularly stellar in this episode. The topic of discussion for the first part of the episode is Super Smash Bros., while the second part is some good old-fashioned nerd time with Jarrod. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, and so this is one of our earlier episodes of Nerd Time. We're recording here at Anime Overload, the convention in Austin, Texas, and we're sitting here with Jarrod Greene.
Howdy.
Howdy. And what do you do exactly?
I do scary bad guy voices and occasionally not scary guy voices, and I do digital video encoding for Funimation Entertainment.
Oh, that's really cool. So,
awesome.
Yeah. Voice acting, what other, what voices may people recognize you from?
Probably the most popular show I've been in, aside from Attack on Titan, briefly, for long enough to get stabbed.
Spoiler alert.
Fairy Tail is probably one of the bigger ones I've been in. I played Cobra. Robotics Notes, I played Subaru Hidaka. Let's see. Recently, we just put out part 2 of Tokyo Ravens, where I play Reiji Kagami. He was a pretty cool, scary, sadistic bad guy.
It's a creepy show.
Mm-hmm.
So, speaking of Cobra, if I'm not mistaken, he's like...
I'm a huge fan of Fairy Tail, so that's awesome.
And Cobra's coming back, though, right?
Oh, yeah, Cobra comes back a bunch.
Okay. This is like what I've heard, and so I'm like kind of interested in that.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice when you know your character's coming back.
Yep.
He's a Dragon Slayer, he's cool.
Yep.
And so, you play a lot of dark characters, evil characters, would you say?
Yeah.
Do you like that?
Yeah. It's fun. It's fun to get down in this sort of area and say intimidating things. And it's sort of one of my go-tos, you know, it's sort of what got me on the map with several of the people at Funimation. And, you know, occasionally it's fun to get out of that area, but I'm comfortable there. I like it.
That's good.
That's cool.
You like what you're doing.
Yeah.
And
Find something you stick to it.
Yeah, basically. But this episode, it's not about necessarily your voice acting. You're here joining us as a guest. We are here to talk about something bigger than all of us. And that is Super Smash Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
That is Super Smash Brothers, all of them. We're going to talk about a lot of them. And we actually just finished up playing some...
Yeah, it was fun.
Some Smash 4 on the Wii U. I guess, just to start it off, you've played all the Super Smash Brothers games, right?
At least a little bit, yes.
At least a little. Fair enough. I can say this for myself. I played them all throughout my childhood. Like one of my earliest memories is getting a Nintendo 64 with Super Smash Brothers and just playing that.
Yeah, same here with when I remember getting a 64 and I saw a game that had Pikachu and Mario on the cover of it. And I was like, what?
You didn't even mention Samus there. Samus
I didn't know who that was.
Fair enough. No one even knew that she was a she. Yeah. Oh. So you play Smash 4. We just played. Who do you main?
King DDD.
King DDD.
Absolutely. I dabble in Villager, and sometimes if I want to screw people up online and make them angry, I play his Game & Watch and do nothing but the hammer.
What's funny about that is I actually main Game & Watch. He's my best character. And so I feel a lot of people are like, oh yeah, spam character game. I'm always like, not a spam character.
No, much respect for actual Game & Watch players, but as far as I go, it's just throwing barbecue at people and hitting them with the hammer.
That's all I do too. So.
Sounds like Texas. Yeah. I mean, barbecue. But I mean, hey, kudos to you for actually maining DDD. I was able to do that in Brawl when he had the the Waddle Dees, but now that he has the spikes, it's just like a completely different character.
Yeah.
I actually like DDD better in Smash 4 too because I use the spikes a lot more.
Yeah, like I never really played him in Brawl, but like I just kind of picked him up fast, and I like the spikes because it's like they're not really a projectile per se. Like you can't treat them like you treat other characters' projectiles because they'll just get thrown back at you.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah. You can just do weird trap stuff and, yeah, absolutely.
And the thing is though, when I like first played DDD in Smash 4, I was like, "Oh, cool! The spike balls are like that's always the thing now. That's really cool." Mm-hmm. And then I found out they're good enough players who can just kind of hit them back to you. And that first happened, I didn't even know what to do because I had just been hit by my own thing, and I was like, this character is just different now. Like,
wait, could it be hit back in Brawl?
I don't think so. I think they were like, they would hit you and then disappear. And I would just be like...
here's a question for you. Have you gone back and played Brawl since Smash 4 came out?
No.
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't think I even still have the disc.
Yeah, because Brawl...
Jeez, you just... we're done with you.
Because Melee and 64 are different from Smash 4, but Brawl and Smash 4 are super similar, so Smash 4 is just kind of better in every way. So there's really no reason to go back.
Yeah.
But we tried. It's not as good.
Yeah,
the trip, that was just the worst possible idea. Like, why would you even think to... Okay, every now and again, while you're playing, you're just gonna lose control of your character and be a sitting duck for a couple seconds.
Yeah. It was horrible, because it didn't even make it... It, like, took that skill element out of the game. It was completely luck. It wasn't like, oh, you turned wrong and you tripped. It was...
Yeah.
You'd be winning by who knows how much, like, one trip and, like... Forward smash, you're dead.
Yeah.
You lost.
Mm-hmm.
But something that I do regret is not in Smash 4. I was a big fan of Snake in Brawl.
Well, Villager's sort of that now.
Yeah, with all the projectiles. Yeah. I can agree. I can see that. Yeah.
Weird recovery and
he's got a very similar recovery.
Oh, he's got like one of the best recoveries. Though. It is intense.
Snake, I don't think is ever coming back to Smash either. With all the stuff with Kojima, it's not happening.
The thing that I loved about Snake's recovery, though, was that it just always looked really funny. Like, if you ever got shot really funny, like, Villager, he's got the balloon, so you can maneuver yourself, come back around. Snake, it was just like, if you got stuck into the stage, he's just floating up like, I'm gonna get there soon! Oh shit, we're just not moving.
Yep.
Did you main any different character in Brawl?
I barely remember. I was mostly single player and just randoms online in Brawl.
That's fine.
I can't remember. I think I probably mained Ike.
Ike?
I liked Ike.
Did you mean to do that?
No, I did. We like Ike.
But it happened.
So you played the single player,
mainly, yeah.
The subspace. What'd you think about it?
I thought it was, I thought that the cinematics were cool. Like, I thought it was kind of fun to try and come up with an excuse for all of these characters to be fighting each other. And it was sort of fun seeing them make a story where nobody talks.
Yeah, it was a cool cinematically, that's for sure.
Did you, I mean...
The gameplay, though...
Yeah.
It was just too long and...
Very repetitive.
We were actually talking about that earlier, about, if Smash really tried to, do a new story mode, it could be, really great if they, worked on it,
Yeah.
But does Smash might not necessarily need one, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no one's buying the Smash games the single-player mode's going to be fabulous.
One thing that's, technically single-player, kind of, well, I guess it's multiplayer, definitely. Online. So you said you played online Brawl. Do you play a lot of online Smash 4?
Oh, yeah.
For Glory?
Ooh.
Have you done any of the new tournament mode? Have you tried it?
No. I've read stuff about it. It doesn't...
It's
yeah, isn't it, round robin only, and you can't change any settings, or...
That's only, there's one specific type that's kind of fun. It's For Glory, 1v1, so it's a 3-minute time limit match, which is kind of short, but other than that, it's not really worth even trying.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
It's really sad.
Better to just set up your own tournaments with people online or whatever.
Exactly.
We did a friend tournament, with a week or two ago, and it was just me and Spencer and 6 of our friends. We were just doing an 8-man tournament, and We just thought it was really funny just because this tournament essentially gave us one person who we can always deem as the worst Super Smash Brothers player in our friend group. And so we just kind of now... It was Jackson, right?
Yeah, it was Jackson.
Which... I don't, he's not even that bad. It's just a lot of people in our friend group are really good. Mm-hmm. And so it was just, we make fun of Jackson all the time. And so he's just like one friend now where it's like, we're just going to add that to the list of ammo.
Jackson, actually, favorite anime is Fairy Tail. Just want to say that.
Yeah. He was, he's like,
yeah. He cosplayed Nazi last time we were on.
Yeah, he is a big fan.
Mm. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I'd be jealous.
Yeah, and speaking of, I guess this con though, you said before that this was your first con, right?
No,
not your first.
2013.
This is your third one, though.
Yeah.
Okay. And have you ever decided, have you played any of the games rooms, the Smash there?
This is the first time I've ever actually messed around with the game room.
Wow.
No particular reason. If Smash 4 had been out in 2013, I probably would have been all over it. But
and how'd you do?
Well, I didn't enter into the tournament, but I've cleaned up pretty good when I've been playing casuals here. That's
pretty good. I mean, because you can get some really crazy people here, and then you can get people who have no idea about the games either.
They had a pretty good game room this year, by the way.
I really like it.
It's really cool. It's a bunch of different stuff.
Yeah, and then they've got 4 Smashes set up. So.
It's like PS4, Xbox Ones, and then a 4 Smash Bros. Area.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty nice.
Which is where everyone is.
Mm-hmm.
Funny thing that actually I learned about this morning that we were talking about was Smash 6.
Oh yeah, the Sakurai did something where he said Smash 6 is going to be a thing, but he's looking for people to work on Smash 6, I think is what it was, which would be just because he considers Wii U Smash 5, he considers 3DS Smash 4, even though they're the same game. But there's that new Nintendo console coming out, and a lot of people are just speculating it's just going to be a Smash Bros. 4 Ultra Edition, basically, with all the DLC and stuff. That's probably all it's going to be. I don't think we're getting a new Smash game in a year. That's not happening.
Yeah, I would doubt that.
Yeah. But I can easily see Ultra Edition like Street Fighter does.
Yeah.
If a new Smash Brothers game came out, though, we want to know which character would you put in there? Is there any that you could
or DLC? Which character? If you could have a dream character
from anything too, it could be a real life person.
Let's see. I think Makoto from Street Fighter 3.
Okay, that'd be awesome.
Would be a good companion for franchise companion for Ryu.
I'm really liking Ryu too.
Yeah,
he's fun.
It's kind of cool how they integrated the motion into the.
So different.
Although it's kind of a pain sometimes because I'll accidentally do it. I've Tatsu'd when I meant to Fireball or whatever. But
I've only done that. I never played Street Fighter. I mean, I have played Street Fighter. I was just never into them, so I didn't really know the commands. And I think one of our friends showed me one time, but I just didn't remember them. The only time I've ever done one of those has always been a mistake, and it's always been in my favor. It's always just been sure, okay. And it's oh, you got me.
Yeah, I did that to a guy yesterday.
It's pretty funny when it works out in your favor. Which,
can't complain.
Yeah, no, can't complain.
And that happens a lot in general in Smash 4, I feel. Things work that really shouldn't.
Smash and I killed you.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
It's I just stage spiked that guy somehow.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Dude, stage spiking is so fulfilling. That sound they got in there.
Where, for example, when we play with your brother a lot, who's really good at the game, I'll, accidentally hit, the C-stick, and I'll kill him, wow, you predicted that move really well. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah.
Exactly. I nailed that.
My brother is, one of those people who, he likes watching the footage online, so, he gets better at the game that way.
Right.
And, he likes to try to, play as competitively as he can. And so, yeah, he does, things he spikes a lot, and he's able to, crouch cancel and predict. And I just remember, this is how competitive my brother is when I was, I think I was, 10 or 9, I was, really young, and Melee was out, because I was, Super Smash with Melee. That was the game we loved. And, I remember I got my brother, I started winning quite a bit, and it was because I had been ledge guarding. So, every time he would come back on, I'd hit him. And, I mean, we were kids, so we didn't know how to play the game, all too well, but I was getting him a lot with that. And he actually told me, one day, he was like, Bradley, you know that's illegal, right? And I was like,
what? It was like, yeah, that's banned. If you ever play with anyone else, they're going to get mad at you because you can't do that. And I was like, it is? He's like, yeah, real players like don't do that. You can't do that. And I was like, oh. And so I never did it for Melee. And Brawl, he started doing it again, so I started doing it. I asked him, like, literally last week, this is when I was like, hey, Philip, wasn't ledge guarding really OP in Melee? That's why they banned it? And he was like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, you told me that they banned ledge guarding in Melee. And he's just like, no, I lied to you so you'd stop doing it. And I was like,
who knows how good you'd be now?
Right? Like, he just told me about crouch canceling too. That's like if you hold down just all the time,
well, now you have the internet. You can look at whatever you want.
Well, yeah, but I don't want to look up. I just like playing it. I'm not like a huge footage fan. That may just be my preference.
I like playing it more so, but I will watch like a pro tournament just because it's fun to watch. I like to see. There's some people like YouTubers I like Shofu who plays a lot. He's fun to watch. He's not like the best. He's pretty. I mean, he could destroy me. I
know. I was about to say, like, I just want Shofu to be watching this and be like, I'll take him out.
That's not happening. But yeah.
Yeah, you just watch it some.
Yeah, I just like watching every now and then. The finals can be fun.
I don't really watch competitive Smash usually. Like, occasionally I'll watch a video. I do keep up with Alpha Rad. I sometimes watch videos from Zero. Just like, I like watching funny montage videos. Yeah.
Zero is the best Smash player probably in the world.
I did see the one, because I like those two, where you're just like, oh no, this one's funny, come here. And it was between, was it...
Are you talking about the Melee thing?
Yeah.
Between Leffen and Chillin.
Yeah, Leffen and Chillin. It was just this thing where essentially one guy called out like another player and was just like, oh, you're horrible, you think you're so good, blah, blah, I can beat you. And then they played like a few matches somewhere, and he just wiped the floor with the other guy.
It was the whole thing of, basically, this new guy, Leffen, shows up. He's like only been in the Smash for like a couple of years, except he's really good, like amazing, like he's beating like all the top players. And this guy, Chillin, who, he's really good in his own right, but is nowhere near like the top tier. But he's been around since like Melee Smash became competitive.
Right.
And it was like a thing of respect your elders, whatever. And then Chillin made that's literally what they kept saying.
Yeah.
Chillin made a rap song about how he's
wow.
And then it's best of, I think they did first to 5 wins. And Leffen 5-0'd him, and it was really funny.
It was just like...
It was kind of sad, but at the same time it was really funny.
How the video was shown to me is that it had been made so the rap came first, and then you went into the matches, and it was just so funny.
He got destroyed.
I'm just watching. My brother's like, just watch. And I was like, all right. And I watched. I was like, what was that? Was that like a pre-thing? He was like, no, these guys are playing. And I was like, oh. And it was...
I love like stuff like that in like competitive games. It makes it feel... I don't know.
It makes it feel like a
soap opera. I don't know. It's like funny.
It makes it feel like a TV show.
Yeah.
Almost. And you're just like, oh, this is kind of it. I want to see how these characters, how they play in these different tournaments.
A lot of pros, like Leffen, the same guy, he's got like this like arrogant thing, but it's a character he puts on for his fans, which is like I've heard like fans that met him said he's really nice. Mm-hmm. He's also half Swedish, half South Korean, so he's like bred to be the best gamer in the world. But
now. We asked if you had gone back to play any Brawl. Have you gone back to play like Melee or Smash 64?
No. Do they have 64 on Virtual Console?
I think so. They did on the Wii, and I think you can get Wii Virtual Console on Wii U, so yes.
Nimbus has it.
Yeah, it's just the whole ordeal. You have to go to the Wii menu and then download, but you can do that.
And we've played it recently on Virtual Console. It is a completely different game when you're not using the N64 controllers.
I love
just because,
N64, but that controller does not hold up.
Yeah, I mean it's good for games like Banjo-Kazooie, where it's like the pace is a bit slower, so you don't really need complete control.
And even that I prefer on Virtual Console.
Yeah, oh yeah, like anything would be better with the GameCube.
Yeah, 64 controller is just. It's cool looking, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
Also, do you remember how overpowered Donkey Kong's throw was in the first Smash game?
Vaguely.
My brother and I, when we first picked it up again, like after a few years of not playing it, literally Donkey Kong at like 0 HP, or like if you just, literally, I think we can kill someone with throw at like 40 HP with Donkey Kong. Like he can just launch you. It is, all throws were very,
that's true. I remember throws in general being kind of nuts.
I didn't know how to throw when I first played 64, so.
How did you not know how to throw?
I was like, what, 6, 7?
Did you not watch the video with Mario and Luigi at the beginning?
No.
They teach you. Oh.
I never actually owned the game. My friend had it.
Oh, okay. That's fair enough.
Yeah,
now,
same for me, actually.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
it was always at your
yeah,
friend's house?
Friend's house, yeah. But it was like the best. Oh my gosh, I gotta go see my friend because he has the freaking Pikachu vs Mario game. So let's go do that.
So wait, that actually brings up a good point, though. If you didn't get it when if you played that one at your friend's house, when did you start buying the Smash games? Like
With Melee.
With Melee, okay. So did you do like most people though, including myself, and buy a Wii U for Smash 4?
No, I was one of the dummies who bought it near launch.
Are you a big Nintendo fan then?
Kind of, sort of, yeah. Like, they're definitely... I'm not super big into brand loyalty, just
Fair enough.
in general,
Yeah.
but yeah, they're the console that I usually buy first out of any generation.
Is there any other games you really like on it then besides Smash?
What was that one?
What was it about?
It's really fun to have a bunch of friends over and everyone gets drunk and plays Nintendo Land.
That's
Mario Chase and...
oh my god.
I'm just imagining a bunch of drunk people playing.
It's great.
Oh my god.
And the candy one, the Animal Crossing one.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yes.
That one's hard enough as it is.
Yes. Well, I played that game with Joey, who actually, he's one of our friends who came to us
here.
this con. Yeah. He just wiped the floor with me like every game in Nintendo Land. Like, I was just awful.
Joey's good at games though.
He's freaky good at like just kind of like the
Weird things.
Yeah, just like kind of picking up a game and just going at it. Because I did the Animal Crossing one, and I was like the one who was supposed to go and pick up stuff. Or no, I was the chaser first, so I was trying to get him to not. And I just couldn't catch it. And I was like, wow, this game's really... He was like, yeah, it must be really hard for the catcher. And we were both like thinking this, because it was like, how could Bradley do so bad? and then he took the control. He took that one, and he won pretty quickly. It was like less than half the time, I think I hit him once. And I just couldn't... I was like trying to move both of them and like corner him, and he would just kind of like run by one of them, and I'd be like, I'm not good with this. Oh, I think we played like 3 more, and every time it just never got better for me.
Yeah.
So you should stick to playing Villager just in Smash.
Yeah. Which I do love playing Villager.
Villager is fun.
He's one of my like top guys.
My best character in Smash, my main is definitely Ness. I love Ness. Like back to 64, freaking the reason I actually started playing Ness there is because one of the 2 games I played was like Mario, Pokemon. Ness thought he was a Pokemon trainer. He had a hat on. I was like, he's next to Pikachu. He must be like some sort of weird version of Ash.
Okay, that's pretty funny because I could totally like see, because he does have that kind of feel to him, not like where he'd be Ash, but I could see him like as like if you would just be like, oh, it's like a Japan thing. Cause I could.
Because I didn't know what Earthbound was when I was a kid.
It's not like they tell you the game.
I didn't know what Earthbound was until like teenager. Like
yeah, oh, I didn't either.
Earthbound was one of those games that I just sort of randomly picked up at Blockbuster.
nice.
So you played it?
Well,
Oh, yeah.
Blockbuster.
Is that any good?
Yeah, totally dating myself.
Blockbuster.
But yeah, it's great. It's gameplay-wise, it's kind of Dragon Warrior-ish, but
yeah, I've seen it since then. It actually looks really fun.
Yeah, it's like story-wise, it's just got a kind of tone to it that you really never found in RPGs back then, and it was, it's just like a very strange, it's got a lot of heart to it. It's very, very very human. I don't know what the hell I'm saying.
Did you beat it? So did you beat Earthbound then?
Yeah, I did.
It's a long game. Mm-hmm. So the reason I asked that is, so are you interested at all since it just recently got released in Earthbound Beginnings? It's on the Wii U Virtual Console.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Mother 1, which is how they're named in.
Yeah, it depends. I played Mother 1 with the translation, the unofficial translation patch, or I guess it was the prototype now that I think about it, Earthbound 0.
Right.
But it was like, it was super, super grindy. Like there was an item that they put in an unofficial patch that made it not quite as grindy, and that made it a little better. But it was, I would definitely be interested in going back to it.
I heard it's very archaic compared to like the Earthbound.
Yeah.
Hopefully Mother 3 comes here eventually. Lucas's game, that'd be cool.
Mm.
Yeah, because that Lucas was definitely a character when when I like found out like the history of like his game, I was just like, oh, that's a little weird because like they kind of make it seem like they like put the game out there for a bit, like Japan and Western now, and just for them to still not done anything with like Lucas's game.
Oh, people want them to.
Oh, I know they do, but
there's Earthbound Mother has like not the biggest fandom in the world, but they are a serious fandom. You don't mess with that fandom; they scare me.
I mean, some of the like visuals that I just saw, like the Porky, like Subspace Emissary, he was like definitely one of the things that because like before when you just kind of see Nash, like it's like a kid with like powers, but like I think when I saw the Subspace and like Porky there, that was when I definitely was like, this game like seems like dark, like and that's what I was.
Mother 3 was very very dark.
So did you play the English version of Mother 3?
Yeah.
Oh wow. I've heard it's awesome.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm not a crier. I came very, very close.
I've heard some things about that game. Yeah, not going to spoil it for any of the audience, but oh my gosh, it is. Our friend Brandon, he's a huge Mother fan. He's played them all too, and oh my gosh.
Now, really quickly, before we finish up talking about Smash, we want to just kind of get one more question for you, and that is, what name do you usually play with Smash?
Usually, like my like there's two names.
Okay.
The like the name you choose at the start, or the one that.
They're the one you can make, yeah.
Usually I play as DDD, and I set my name to keep rolling.
Oh, so are you one of those people that like changes the names, like depending on the character?
Usually I main DDD, so no. But when I do change characters, yeah. Like when I go hammer spam Game & Watch, I'm the judge.
You're the judge.
That's really good.
Okay, that's a good one. I'm going to be putting that down for a name for Game & Watch. Here.
The only one I really have that's like game specific is like if I ever play like blonde Little Mac, I name him John Cena. That's it.
Trying to think.
Doesn't even look like John Cena.
Oh yeah, and then the one that I have is whenever I play Donkey Kong, I like going with it's like a dark blue, it can kind of pass for purple, and then I put
Grape Ape.
Definitely purple. Yeah, Grape Ape.
Yeah, Grape Ape, because that's just fun. It sounds like an awesome drink that I would have bought when I was like 3. Like get some Grape Ape. It's just generic grape drink.
And it was an old Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
Yeah, it was.
The big purple gorilla.
Yeah, which
McGilla? Was that McGilla gorilla?
No, Megilla was regular gorilla colored, I think, or white or something.
He was like brown, I think. Yeah,
he was brown.
Yeah.
What white gorilla am I thinking of? Probably white Donkey Kong.
Just white Donkey Kong.
Continue.
What other video games are up on Jarrod's list?
Well, I'm largely a PC guy. And so I haven't been much of a PC guy lately because I haven't had a working PC in several months.
Sorry to hear about that.
But my shiny new Alienware laptop is coming to work on Mondays.
Nice.
Yeah, I had just recently finished up my first playthrough of Wolfenstein shortly before it died.
Wait, Wolfenstein
the newest one. What's it called? New Order?
Yeah, New Order. That was a really good game.
Yeah, and I was starting up my second playthrough when the memory problems just got too bad, and so I'm gonna have to go back to that. I was okay. Here we go, deep nerd territory.
Okay, this is
I am actually a big fan of Trouble in Terrorist Town, the Gmod mod.
That is a fun game.
It's so fun to screw with people on that.
Skype with that game is also it's a good way to lose your friends.
I've actually never played this.
Do you know what it is?
No, I'm not.
It's basically
I think I've heard about it, and someone might have.
It's kind of like, do you know the party game Werewolf?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, only you play in real time with guns. Mm-hmm. Like
it's really fun.
Yeah, they're like a fifth to a quarter of the players are traitors. So they are tasked with killing everybody else, and everybody else has to not get killed. And there's like
kill the traitors.
Yeah, and there's a detective who can like look at bodies and determine, like, you can scan DNA and the person will show up as a blip on your screen so you can follow them around. And like, what else? There's like traitors can hide bodies or they can burn bodies, and it's really just a good, fun time. People get mad at you if you are too good at it, though.
That's true.
Like, if they think you shouldn't have figured out that they were the traitor, that means that you didn't actually, and were just killing people at random.
Yeah.
It's got kind of a whiny fan base. But it's Gmod, so, it's a lot of kids.
Oh, yeah.
But it's well worth it. Fun game.
Yeah.
It sounds like a lot of fun. So
do you know, like, big YouTubers like Markiplier and, like, all those guys?
Yeah.
Almost all of them have had, like, a good run of Trouble in Terrorist Town videos because it's almost as fun to watch as it is to play. It's just a fun game. It's funny. It's almost always funny.
All right.
Because someone always gets mad.
So then, are there, besides PC, any other like console games?
I've been trying to get into Monster Hunter. I had to delete it off of my 3DS because I didn't have a big enough SD card, and I needed to download the Smash Patch. Priorities.
It's funny you say Monster Hunter. Literally just, like, it was 2 weeks ago, me and 3 of my friends, on a whim, all bought Monster Hunter together. Because we heard, I'd never even played a Monster Hunter game. They'd all played the demo of Monster Hunter 4. And they said it was really fun and that I would like it. And we bought it, and every night we'll just be on Skype, and we cannot stop playing that game. It is too much fun.
Yeah, I need to get in and start playing with them because I'm not included in the list of friends.
We also just don't like you, but...
Yeah, I know. They don't tell me all these things. It sucks when your friends hate you.
Yeah.
But, okay then, off of video games, other nerdy things, TV shows. What are some TV shows that you get excited about?
Well, let's see.
Weird way to put that.
I'm really looking forward to continuing Better Call Saul because I love Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad is awesome.
And similarly, on another AMC note, Mad Men.
I've not watched Mad Men. I've heard nothing but good things.
That's one that
it's a good show about bad people.
Okay.
Kind of like Breaking Bad.
Alright, okay, fair enough.
And currently, Rick and Morty just came back.
Yes.
Super stoked.
We all like Rick and Morty here.
Yeah. Well, I had a watch party at my apartment for it, and that was pretty good times.
He's the one that got me into the show. It's so good.
Yeah.
I made sure to get all my friends in the
Yeah,
because
definitely.
it's like, did you watch it like when it premiered, or how did you?
I caught up with it after the first season ended. I watched it on AdultSwim.com.
I like watched it when it premiered because I was kind of like, I knew Dan Harmon and I recognized Justin Roiland from a few other things, and so I was like, oh, this seems like an interesting mashup. And I mean, the first episode, it's all right. It's okay, but it's not
definitely not the best episode.
Yeah, and I legitimately thought that I was like, oh, I don't think this is going to be too good.
And then
but
you
I'm
get
gonna
to
give it. I'm going to give it another try. And I loved the Lawnmower Dog episode, and then it just keeps getting better.
Was the Dream episode the second episode or the third episode?
Dream episode the second episode.
That was
because that's the math.
Oh my god.
Oh, the Meeseeks. There's so many just great things about that show. And
we could go on about that show.
we can have our own episode about Rick and Morty. But
and Justin Roiland, now that you think about it, that's like, that guy's a really, really solid voice actor.
Yeah,
like, that's some character chops right there.
Yeah.
Morty.
Doing the
sorry, I was thinking Back to the Future.
Yeah,
which is what they were based off of, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's not like you're too off, but
Rick and Morty just
those voices.
I didn't believe when I heard it's the same person. I didn't know it at first.
I told him, and it was just like, okay.
The belching mid sentence like that.
Oh,
it's
God.
like, that would be a really difficult show to dub into another language.
Oh my gosh, I never thought about that.
Did I? Jeez. And then, I mean,
I guess you would think about that.
And then he does, Meeseeks, and I think the one that I was most impressed by, was which is the episode that reminded me of like Scrubs, where it's like, oh, you're laughing the entire time, and then it gets you to cry at the end. It was episode 7. It's the one where they get the channels for other
yeah.
That is a sad ending.
Yes, but the improv skills of Justin Roiland doing those commercials, freaking amazing.
The commercial for Two Brothers.
But if I ever have 2 episodes to show people, I show them episode number 5 and 7, because that's That's is it Rip Potion or is it it's Morty Love Potion like number 5 or something?
Yeah.
And then the 7th one because they kind of go
Minutes.
Yeah, 60 Minutes. That's what it is. I haven't seen all of the episodes that have come out for season 2 yet. Have you?
Yes.
Okay.
I watched the 3rd one. I think it was before I came here.
All right. Nice. Good thing to do before you leave.
Mm-hmm.
But this is just because something I saw, I think it was on Justin Reynolds' Twitter. Did they have a second episode that was like really similar to 60 Minutes?
I can't remember. Second episode, 60 Minutes.
Was it like anything like kind of just because
I think I remember the tweet you're talking about.
It was someone just tweeted at him like it was like, oh, season 3 confirmed, and then someone tweeted at him like, oh well, I bet those lazy writers are working on a 3rd 60 Minutes, and so I was just like, I mean, that episode was hilarious, so I'm looking forward to that now. But I mean, like, it was making like I was just. Did that happen?
No,
right?
Not really. There was
probably just some mad fan.
Yeah.
Person.
I mean, or
people get mad.
There was something
reasons.
on a kind of similar note where did you see the animatic that they showed at Comic-Con, I think it was?
No, I haven't.
Well, there's a bit in the episode where they go to a space Dave and Buster's, basically, and there's a VR game, like a super immersive VR game where you just live this regular dude's life.
Oh boy!
So, and that was shown at where? It was
it was. I don't think it was Comic-Con. It
was
was
like
some
one of those
animatic that I remember seeing posted online footage from a convention.
I'll definitely check that out because I loved the
Simpsons one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the promotion they did. I love it because it seems they don't. It's not like they even like really like made fun of the Simpsons too much. It was just like. I mean, they even called it like what is it like? They're a classic or they're forever.
They're national treasures.
Yeah, they're national treasure because they kill us. Jeez. Oh. So what other shows or
I have a quick question.
Yeah, what?
And on
Sorry,
top
what?
of shows, seeing as you're an anime voice actor, I know this is definitely not a requirement, but are you into any anime at all, or have you ever been?
Oh yeah. Like I grew up watching DBZ, of course.
Awesome.
Nice.
That's all I was
And,
going to ask you if you never watched Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. Toonami was my go-to source of entertainment as a kid.
I like that.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I was into Gundam Wing when it was on Cartoon Network. Yu Yu Hakusho, I didn't pay it that much mind when it was on Toonami, but it's actually one that I went back and watched for work, and that was a really cool show.
Yeah.
Like it's
awesome.
Really got a different feel to it compared to a lot of newer shonen. I feel like
It definitely starts off a lot slower and then just kind of like picks up. And it's I know what you mean. I don't really know how to explain it, but it does have a lot of a different feel compared to like any other shonen, like a Fairy Tail or a Naruto or something like that.
I'd only seen one episode of like Yu Yu Hakusho's game. I remember really loving the episode, and I'm not sure if either of you remember the one, but I remember just because it was the only one. It was like he had to like choose to like shoot one of his friends with the it's the spirit gun, right? Yeah, he had to choose one of his friends to shoot because it was like there was like a shapeshifter, like someone had taken over one of the friends, and he had to like figure out. And I'm really into like
I remember that. Yes.
I love like smart little things. Like Death Note is one of my favorite anime just because it's really smart. It's one of those I really enjoyed. And so this episode was when I was a kid watching. I remember I was just like, oh, which friend is he going to shoot? What's it going to be? I loved it. So I mean, that's one that he's we've talked about since like.
I'm a big fan of Yu Yu Hakusho and Hunter x Hunter, which is done by the same guy.
Yeah, I've heard great things about Hunter x Hunter. I've never.
The 2011 version is really good. It's kind of sad. The guy who writes the manga. I don't want to sound like say anything rude about him, but he just doesn't have the greatest work ethic. When a new Dragon Quest game comes out, there's always a delay in Hunter x Hunter.
Like the Berserk guy in Idolmaster.
Oh gosh, one of our friends, huge into Berserk. He loves to make jokes about that though.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I can't wait till I'm like my next birthday so I can read the next Berserk chapter.
Yeah. Something that actually I remember you mentioned at the beginning was that you do because you do other work besides the voice work at Funimation, and I mean as you just mentioned now you went back to watch Yu Yu Hakusho for work. How does like kind of being around it so much make it a little like difficult to
I can see that.
Like
Definitely see that.
I don't, like, there are shows that I'll go and watch for myself. Like, I watched Kill la Kill as it simulcasted, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Shirobako. But, like, for the most part,
That was a good one.
I don't just, check out as much stuff as much as I might, I think, if I didn't work at Funimation, because I get, there are shows that I'm gonna end up watching regardless. So, yeah, but, I still enjoy it.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good thing to be able to do that.
I've got a question for you then, about dubbing, like, a character say something. I know we keep bringing it back up, but, like, Cobra and Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail's a really long show.
Yeah.
Your character shows up about, I'm saying, like, 60 episodes, 50, 60 episodes in. Do you have to go back and watch all that, or they just, like, quick recap, this is what's going on, you are here now?
The latter, yes. They just, like, they're just like,
I like
okay.
Fairy Tail, but I don't think that's fair.
Yeah. Like, although actually Fairy Tail was coincidentally one that I was working on in my digital video job, so I was caught up on.
Oh, okay, then that works out.
So, just out of curiosity with that, like, so did you feel like you had a bit of, like, upper hand, like, whether it was, like, an audition or however it was, like, however you got that role, did you feel like you were like, ooh, I already have, like, watched all this, so I might have, like, a bit of a...
Well, not for that specific reason. Tyler Walker, the director of Fairy Tail, is a good friend of mine.
That's cool.
But really, I just gave it the best read I could. That's all you can really do.
Yeah, that's a good answer there. And so, did you do you had the other job at Funimation before you got into voice acting, right?
Yes.
So were you always interested in that, like, performance side of it?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, and it was just kind of you were just good at this other thing, and so you're like, oh, I'll do a job. Was that always, like, in the back of your mind, like, this could lead into...
Honestly, a little bit, yeah.
I mean, hey, it's fair enough if you're gonna like go after your dream or something. You gotta take the necessary steps. It's not like you did anything.
Yeah, and it's not that uncommon. Like Ben Phillips, another voice actor, is also one of our subtitlers.
Didn't know that.
So wait, that's just really cool. Like,
I know a lot of the voice actors are also, like, directors and stuff.
Yeah, directors are pretty much, like, with the exception of Tyler, most of them all voice in each other's shows and their own shows.
I know Dragon Ball Z. Isn't Chris Sabat the guy who directs Dragon Ball Z?
He didn't direct it originally. I think it was, wasn't it? I think that was Mike McFarlane originally.
I know he does One Piece now, though, right?
Yeah. All the DBZ stuff now and Kai and everything, those are Sabat.
Yeah.
Although normally when he's doing directing work, it's at Ogrotron.
Quick DBZ fan question then. Did you see the new movie?
I did.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
It was awesome. Just want to say that.
It's cheese!
Oh, gosh. That's the line Jackson keeps quoting, it's cheese.
It was just the context and
so
the delivery
funny.
of it. It was just perfect.
Gosh. That's such a good movie.
so
Sorry.
no, that was. I love that. I love that we can just always be like happy nerds, like yes, that movie. But one last question before we get out or we let you out of our hair. I guess I don't know however I want to say that. But before we let you go, what is one just thing you can think back of when you were a kid? Was there anything that was really like nerdy about you? Or when did you feel like I think I'm pretty nerdy? Like this is like the thing where you're like I'm on.
It was probably being into anime like back in middle school.
Oh, so you were a fan of it, just like that's really. I mean, yeah, you said you watched Toonami.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of weeby, tried to teach myself Japanese and all that.
I love that you just used that term. So that was wonderful.
Oh yeah. I think we've all had the thought of, I can learn Japanese. I watch stuff in Japanese. I can speak it.
Yeah, and then
It's like, I can say baka in Oni-san. Let's go.
Dude, you should move to Japan, and then we can eat sushi every day.
Oh, that's a great idea. No, I'm good. I like America.
I did end up taking Japanese in college.
That's cool. Oh, so yes, have you felt like that's helped you at all?
I mean, don't get me wrong. If you can learn Japanese, it's awesome.
It has occasionally in my QC respects mostly. Like I can catch if there's a subtitle that's wrong, that's just not what they're saying. I've got, you have to send it back to the actual translator, obviously. Like I'm not they're not just going to go off my word. I have a pretty decent track record with it.
Yeah.
That's really good, though. I mean,
That's cool.
That's got to be helpful there. Either way, though, thank you very much, Jarrod.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
No problem.
And for everyone watching, I'm Bradley Smith.
I'm Spencer Sanchez.
And I'm Jarrod Greene.
And this has been Nerd Time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Lates.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to the first episode of Nerd Time with Bradley and Spencer. This is actually one of 2 episodes we recorded at that convention, so you can expect another voice actor episode in the near future. If you enjoyed this episode, then please like this video, post your feedback, and subscribe to the Nerd Time channel. Spencer and I will be putting out a new episode of Nerd Time every other Saturday, so check back then for a new episode. I'm Bradley William Smith, and again, thanks for listening.